Hello everyone, we are back for this week's long vowel lesson, and this week we are focusing in on long vowel I mixed with the silent E. Now remember, super silent E doesn't make any sound at all, makes no sound. All it does is it tells the vowel to say its name, which means it turns into a long vowel. So what we're going to do is we are going to review what long I says. So long I says its name. So I want you to say these with me 3 times. Are you ready? I. Very nice job. Now, this is just like last week where we have a song. What I'm going to do is I am going to play the song first. We're just going to listen to it. Then I'll play it a second time, and that time you are going to sing with me. Are you ready? Right now, we just turn those listening ears all the way up. Oh, uh-oh. There we go.
Silent E, makes no sound, makes no sound. The vowel says its name, the vowel says its name. Cone and cake, kite and gate.
I don't know about you, but I can't help but just dance to that song. It's a good one. Are you ready to sing it with me? I want to hear you.
Silent E, makes no sound, makes no sound. The vowel says its name, the vowel says its name. Cone and cake, kite and gate.
Nice job, singers. That was awesome. Now, this is just like last week. This is our chant that we're going to be saying together. Last week we focused in on long vowel A. Remember, now we're doing I. So the letter has changed, but it's the same thing. So again, we listen first and then we will say it together.
E tells I to say your name. E tells I to say your name.
You ready? I want to hear you.
E tells I to say your name. E tells I to say your name.
Very good. So remember, when we have I blank E, that means there's another letter that's going to be there once we turn it into a long vowel word. But the super silent E makes no sound at all. It just tells the vowel to say its name. So let's read our long I pattern. So we know if super silent E is there, are we going to say any sound? No sound at all. But it tells us right here, should I say I? No way, because I is a short vowel sound, and we're doing long vowels, of course. So I know that long vowel means I need to say its name. So this right here says I. And we say it all the way across to blend it together, I. Now we have another song. We are just going to listen first, then I promise we'll sing it together. If you feel like dancing, you can absolutely dance as well.
I blank E, I blank E. I says its name. I. Long I is in kite, long I is in hive. I.
Are you ready? Make sure I can hear you singing with me.
I blank E, I blank E. I says its name. I. Long I is in kite, long I is in hive. I.
Awesome job! High fives to you guys. You are fabulous singers. So this is this part of the activity where it would be turn and talk. Now we're going to get creative because, as you know, we're not in the classroom. But you can still turn and talk to a grown-up in your house, or maybe if you have a brother or a sister or a pet, or even a stuffed animal. Turn and tell that person next to you or animal next to you if you can think of any I blank E words, which means any words that have long vowel I in it with a magical E. See if you can think of any. If you cannot, that's okay, but just see if you can think of any. Go ahead and pause the video and then come back and we will continue. Let's read a word with long vowel I and a magical E. So we're going to say these sounds together. So you don't have to pause the video. You're just going to be talking out loud and saying them with me. Are you ready? K, I. I'm going to pause real fast. Did you notice as soon as that I popped up, this super silent E also popped up, but it doesn't have a dot in it underneath of it? Who remembers from last week why that is? If you said it's because E does not have any sound, you are so right. It's because E doesn't say anything. It's just telling the vowel to say its name. Okay, let's go back. K, I, t, kite. There's the kite flying in the sky. Next one. R, I, d, ride. Now let's pretend just for a second, just because I'm going to prove to you how important long vowels are. Let's pretend like for a moment I completely forgot about super silent E's job. Like it just left my brain. Does that ever happen to you? When things just, they fly out of your brain? That happens to me, trust me. So we're going to pretend for a second that we're forgetting that magical E tells the long vowel to say its name. And instead, I'm going to make it say a short vowel sound. Are you ready? This is just pretend. R, I, d, e. R-I-D-E. Did you hear how silly that sounds? Wow. That's why it's super important to remember the super silent E's job. Okay, no more pretending. Let's move on to the real business now. Oh, look at that cute girl riding her bike. I love riding bikes. I love riding beach cruiser bikes. Those are very fun. Okay, ready? T, I, time. There's a watch on your watch, like I have a watch on right here. You can tell time on your watch. B, I, k, bike. There's a picture of a bike. How many of you have a bike that you like to ride? Do any of you like to ride bikes? I enjoy riding bikes too. L, I, lime. There's a picture of a lime. Next one. N, I, nine. Not like you boys and girls. You are not 9. You are 5 and 6-year-olds. There's the number 9. And look, there's 9 cookies in the cookie jar. Next one. I, hike. Look at them. Oh, they are ready for a hike. It looks like they're hiking in the forest. How many of you like to go for a hike? I think hiking is fun too. Ready? I, 5. How many of you are 5 years old? There are 5 teddy bears in that jar. Oh, find the pictures with I blank E. So remember, that means find the pictures with long vowel I and a magical E. So let's go over them together. 9. Does that have magical E, making the vowel say its name? Yes, it does. So we could say check. What about the next one? Lime. Check. Rake. Thumbs down. That does not have long vowel I. Ice cream. Now that's not one we went over, but listen to that very carefully. Ice cream. Do you hear I in that? I do too. That is a long vowel. Here's another one. Bike. You got it. And the last one, snake. Ooh, I'm scared of snakes. Snake. Nope, that's not a long vowel I. Okay, now, just like we did last week, you're going to pause the video. You're going to run, very safely, to go get a scratch piece of paper, any kind of scratch piece of paper you want. You're going to bring it back to your working space, and with a pencil, of course, and you are going to practice writing these words. So they're the words we just went over together. You can see that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes because you're going to be writing 4 letters for each word. So what you're going to do is I will tell you the picture, we'll look at it together, and you're going to practice writing it. So you'll have to pause the video and then come back and we'll see how you did. Are you ready? Okay, now that you're back from getting your scratch paper, I want you to write the word lime. Go ahead and pause the video and then come back when you're ready. Let's check your work. If you wrote L-I-M-E, 2 thumbs up. Next one. Oh, I remember this one. This was hike. Go ahead and pause the video and write hike. If you wrote H-I-K-E, 2 thumbs up. Nice job. This was not bike. Remember, bike was by itself. The girl was on the bike, so the word was ride. Go ahead and pause the video and write the word ride. Say each sound. R, I, D. And then that super magical thing you need at the end. If you wrote R-I-D-E, 2 thumbs up again. Oh, now the number. What number is that, boys and girls? 9. If you wrote N-I-N-N-I-N-E, 2 thumbs up. Next word, kite. Go ahead and pause the video and write kite. If you wrote K-I-T-E, 2 thumbs up. Your next word is bike. Make sure you don't let that B trick you and you don't write it the wrong way like a letter D. That is super tricky. Make sure it goes the correct direction. If you wrote B-I-K-E, 2 thumbs up. Now the number 5. Some of you might be 5. If you wrote F-I-V-E, 2 thumbs up. Time, like you're telling time on a watch. Go ahead and pause the video and write time. If you wrote T-I-M-E, 2 thumbs up again. And that is the end of our long vowel I lesson for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so happy I got to teach you about long vowels. I am going to see all of you next week when we talk about long vowel O. So I'm excited to see you again next week. Bye, everyone.